The Fox Virginia News at 10 is next. Tonight, a promising proposal of the professional hockey and basketball team to settle in Northern Virginia is no more. Thanks to a new bill, we have the details straight ahead.
I said that's just really not the leader of our party that we need in the future.
Plus, an exclusive interview with former presidential candidate Asa Hutchinson on his thoughts on the future of the Republican Party.
And now local Representative Abigail Spanberger using words like abhorrent and shameful for presidential candidate hopeful Donald Trump based on his comments towards a NATO leader. We have that story. It's 10 o'clock, time for your Fox Virginia News.
Now, Fox Virginia News at 10.
Well, good Monday evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Alexia Williams.
And I'm Ashley Brooks. We thank you so much again to join us. Let's go ahead and check in with Travis for your Fastcast.
And now, your CBS 19 Weather Authority forecast from the Bright Star Care Charlottesville Weather Center.
A few showers, a lot of mist and fine drizzle through the day today with temperatures holding fairly steady. But in a few hours from now, steady rain will move into the area and it could be heavy at times overnight. And some places might even see a little bit of snow. Here's the scoop. Last 6 hours, the showers getting closer. Heavier rain now moving into West Virginia, and that will gradually work its way east in the hours ahead. Probably before midnight is when we'll get some steady rain in Central Virginia. You got 46 in Charlottesville, 47 for Scottsville and Standardsville, 44 is in Madison and Louisa. There will be periods of rain overnight tonight, maybe some rumbles of thunder, and I wouldn't be surprised in the higher elevations if around sunrise tomorrow you saw it change over to snow showers. That'll continue until about 10 o'clock. That's when all the precipitation gets out of here, after which we'll clear the sky. We'll make it to a high of 54 degrees. We'll be in for a very breezy afternoon. Could be quite a bit of rain. We'll talk about how much. We'll also talk about how much snow could fall in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good, Travis. Thank you. Our top story tonight, abhorrent and shameful. Those are just some of the words that local Representative Abigail Spanberger is using to describe comments made by Donald Trump.
Over the weekend, the former president said he would not defend NATO allies who fail to spend enough on defense. Fox Virginia's Garrett Witten is in the studio to explain. Garrett.
Ashley and Alexia, Spanberger, also a member of the House Intelligence Committee, is responding to Trump's comments about not only defending U.S. allies against Russia, but also saying he would encourage an attack.
What Donald Trump said is just absolutely abhorrent. It's shameful. It's terrible.
Local backlash against former President Donald Trump. It comes after he made comments at a recent campaign rally suggesting he wouldn't stay true to the NATO alliance if its countries didn't pay what he considers enough. Trump saying he also threatened a NATO leader that he would even encourage Russia to attack.
No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want.
NATO, or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, was developed after World War II to blunt the threat of the Soviet Union. 7th District Representative Abigail Spanberger, a member of the House Intelligence Committee, showing disgust by the former president's words.
Everyone across the board should be denouncing it.
Trump's comments come as war continues to rage in Ukraine. In just 12 days, it will have been 2 years since Russian President Vladimir Putin decided to invade. Spanberger says it not only sends a message to Russia, but to other enemies of the United States.
It sends a message to President Xi. It sends a message to the Ayatollah in Iran. It sends a message to authoritarians.
She says if Trump is elected again, he wouldn't honor the commitment to NATO and the principles of democracy and freedom.
And would give free rein to people like Vladimir Putin, who has been driving this horrific war against Ukraine.
Now, Spanberger's comments come after she made a trip to Kyiv with a group of bipartisan lawmakers and during her campaign for governor. In the studio, Garrett Witten, Fox Virginia News.
All right, Garrett, thank you for that report tonight. A bill that would pave the way for the NBA's Washington Wizards and the NHL's Washington Capitals to relocate to Northern Virginia is dead. That's according to leading Democratic legislator, State Senator Luis Lucas. 2 bills to establish stadium authority in Virginia are sitting in the legislature, one in the House of Delegates, the other in the Senate. The House's version passed through the committee last week, but today Lucas, who is chair of the Senate Finance and Appropriations Committee, said her panel would not hear the proposal, mainly due to concerns over financing. 2 times impeached and 4 times criminally indicted GOP candidate for president Donald Trump still leading Nikki Haley in the race for the GOP nomination.
Our Fox Virginia's Felicity Taylor talked exclusively to former GOP presidential nominee and governor of Arkansas, Asa Hutchinson, who endorsed Nikki Haley, about what he thinks the future looks like for the Republican Party.
Trump acknowledges he's recreating the Republican Party in his own image, and to me that image is not good.
Former Arkansas governor and presidential candidate Asa Hutchinson says the future of the Republican Party should not involve Donald Trump.
Whenever he could not bring himself to approve the election and insisted upon misleading his supporters and not participating in a foundation of our democracy, which is a peaceful transition of power, I said that's just really not the leader of our party that we need in the future.
Hutchinson dropped out of the race for nominee after a poor showing in the Iowa caucuses. He then endorsed Nikki Haley for the nomination.
She beat me. She's a powerful lady with incredible experience, and so she can take us away from the chaos. It's an uphill fight that she has, but thank goodness she's in there fighting for that.
You would be younger than Ronald Reagan was in his first term. What do you think, age is playing in this? Do you think you would have been able to finish a four-year term?
Well, the key is that we need to have a president of the United States that shows strength and demonstrates strength. And Nikki Haley is right that you see certainly weakness in Joe Biden, but you also see weakness in terms of Donald Trump whenever he gets things confused.
Hutchinson says he's ready to let Haley take over.
I do believe that this is a year for a new generation of leaders, and that's the case Nikki Haley makes, and I think that does resonate.
But if that doesn't happen, he's not counting out a run in 2028. Felicity Taylor, Fox Virginia News.
Charlottesville Police Chief Michael Kochis and his community action team are holding a town hall this week. Kochis first held a town hall in the 10th and Page neighborhood a year ago and says it's time to check back in again. He's been working with Beasley Howard, a member of the 10th and Page Community Association and a new member of the community action team. Now, Howard says that in the past year, they've seen positive police presence in the neighborhood. For example, a pickup basketball game that went viral on social media.
That's policing, because what wasn't happening on that block when those officers were playing basketball with those kids is somebody wasn't shooting up the neighborhood, somebody wasn't stealing something out of someone's car, right? And those officers continue to this day to have relationships with those kids.
The community meeting is on Thursday night from 6 to 8 at the Carver Rec Center. Kochis says that he wants to hear about everything people are concerned about in their neighborhoods, from guns to overdoses.
Babies born in UVA Medical Center have increased 20% in the last 4 years. This calls for an expansion of the unit to better care for patients. On Wednesday, the UVA Mothers and Babies unit will expand by adding 7 beds to the unit. Health officials say this is coming at a great time.
This will just allow us to transfer those patients sooner from labor and delivery, decrease that kind of backlog that can happen sometimes as we are discharging patients and admitting new patients. Our flow is a pretty quick 24-hour to 36-hour discharge process.
They are set to open on Valentine's Day this Wednesday.
Well, the Having and the Crossings are getting new grants. Governor Glenn Youngkin announced that they are among dozens of other projects all across Virginia getting funding. A total of $12 million is going to target programs to reduce homelessness. These grants are expected to help more than 2,100 individuals and families. We'll have the full list of grant recipients on our website. Be sure to check that out. An astounding 86% of Americans surveyed said that President Joe Biden is too old to run for office again.
59% say the same thing for former President Donald Trump, but we have more than just numbers. With the details ahead after your local weather authority forecast with Travis.
My numbers involve rainfall and snowfall totals. How much rain and snow will we get from this next system? I'll give you a hint. Kids, you're going to school tomorrow. Answer after this.
And now, your CBS 19 Weather Authority forecast from the Bright Star Care Charlottesville Weather Center.
A time lapse of clouds and fog and just blah. JES Skyline Network cam. Turns out this is a live look from Mantops at Sinclair Martha Jefferson Hospital, looking to the south and west of what's been a very gloomy day. But now, lo and behold, finally something to show for all the clouds, more than just a little bit of mist and drizzle and fog. Light showers now moving out of the Shenandoah Valley into central Virginia. And they got friends, let's just put it that way. Heavier rain right now west of Elkins, West Virginia, in the more central part of the state. All of this is working its way east, so I think by midnight we're going to have rain overspreading central Virginia. We've got the fog, which will continue, so if you're doing driving overnight, do be aware visibility will be down. Visibility 3/4 of a mile in Louisa, 2.5 miles in Orange, 3 miles in Culpeper, and Charlottesville, 1/2 mile right now in Farmville, and I don't expect things to improve in any light during the overnight or even the morning tomorrow. 46 outside of Rye Road Studio, which show at 48, 43 atop the Carter Mountain. Warmer to the south, cooler to the north and the west, where you've got the air masses meeting. You've got a storm system. Look at all the rain, the yellows, the oranges, and reds. Heavier stuff. Now, this is going to move through overnight tonight. Maybe some rumbles of thunder. This is all going to be out of here by about 10 a.m. tomorrow. But in a window of about 5 a.m. to 10 a.m., elevations, you might see a changeover to some snow showers, and you might see at the most an inch of accumulation. Again, this is just the higher ground. Afton, Wintergreen, Blue Ridge Parkway, Skyline Drive. This is not going to be an amount of snow to close roads or cancel schools by any means. In the wake of this system, it's going to be a very breezy day, so hold on to your hats. Because of the potential of a little bit of snow, particularly western Greene, Madison counties, winter weather advisory till 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Your hourly planner for central Virginia, the lower lying areas, has some sunshine by noontime. Clear skies in the afternoon, still breezy and 53 degrees at 2 p.m. Mountains, wind advisory, wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour possible. Off of the mountains tomorrow, 35 miles per hour. Trash cans, make sure that stuff is secured. Air quality index, smoke levels, good and healthy for all age groups. Pollen, give it about 3 more weeks. Then we'll have something to talk about. There's the rain, winding down to some snow showers. Again, by 10 a.m., everything's gone. Sunshine to follow. Valentine's Day will be dry and seasonable. So tonight, we're talking lows mainly in the lower 40s with rain, heavy at times, rumbles of thunder and some fog. Early tomorrow morning, showers, some snow showers in the mountains, sunshine in the afternoon. 54 in Charlottesville, 55 in Louisa. Any accumulations that do fall in the mountains are going to melt very, very quickly. Cardinal Home Center extended forecast, 50s through the end of the week, the weekend. Only chances for showers later on Thursday evening, and maybe a couple sprinkles on Saturday morning.
Overall, very seasonable. I'm liking all the temperatures in the 50s.
No wild temperature swings.
Nothing crazy. I can at least dress normally.
There you go.
So that's awesome.
Slow and steady.
Yes.
All right. I'm just happy to see more sun on the forecast.
You look thrilled.
Yes. Thank you, Travis.
Across the nation now, the age-old question, which is becoming a dominant issue in the presidential race. Are President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump too old for a second term?
An astounding 86% of fellow Americans surveyed say yes about the current president. 59% say that about the former president. President Biden tried to make light of the situation today, but few people are laughing. Fox News White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich reports.
I know I don't look like it, but I've been around a while. I do remember that.
President Biden playing off age concerns publicly, but behind closed doors, advisors and allies alike are increasingly furious. The special counsel's report aggravated one of Biden's biggest political liabilities. A new ABC poll shows 86% of voters think he's too old to serve again, including 73% of Democrats.
Special counsel Herr is, as far as I remember, is obviously a Republican, a prosecutor. He's not a medical doctor. He's just not. It's not for him to speak to.
First Lady Jill Biden assailed her for making what she calls inappropriate political attacks on her husband, writing in a campaign email Sunday signed Love Jill, quote, "I don't know what this special counsel was trying to achieve. I can't imagine someone would try to use our son's death to score political points." Amid pressure to show voters he's still got it at 81, the White House struggling to explain the president's decision to skip the traditional Super Bowl interview for a second year in a row and instead appear on the very app his campaign said in June it would not join.
Trump or Biden?
Are you kidding? Biden.
The commander-in-chief's campaign now at odds with his FBI director, who testified about TikTok last year.
It screams out with national security concerns.
The app is banned on government devices. A decision on a nationwide ban still pending.
We're all just trying to square why the president would use this platform that his administration is weighing a national ban on because of national security concerns.
I just can't speak for the campaign or their decisions. I apologize.
Last week, before the special counsel's report, the vice president was asked whether voter concerns about the president's age increase pressure on her to convince them that she's ready to take the helm. Her answer was blunt, but in the wake of the special counsel's report could carry an unintended sting. She said, quote, "I'm ready to serve. There's no question about that." At the White House, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.
Fox News Business Now. Older workers make up a significant chunk of the workforce, but some say that they feel pushed to the sidelines because of discrimination. A Pew Research Center study says that while 1 in 5 Americans over 65 were employed last year, many say that they are experiencing age discrimination in their jobs. Research from the American Association of Retired Persons, or AARP, says that 2 in 3 adults over 50 think that they're facing age discrimination, and 90% of them say that discrimination is common. AARP also found that 1 in 10 workers over 50 have been passed on for a promotion because of their age. The organization says that what really matters to older workers is pay, flexibility, and job inclusion.
Jeff Bezos has sold about 12 million shares of his Amazon stock holdings. According to a company filing from Friday, the founder of the e-commerce retail and high-tech company Amazon began selling some of his company stocks. The sale is said to be worth about $2 billion, and the stock unloading took place over 2 days last week. Amazon's company report says that the sale plan is subject to conditions and won't be completed until January 31st of 2025. This comes after Bezos stepped down from being Amazon's CEO back in 2021 and became its executive chairman. He's the world's second richest man with a net worth of about $200 billion.
In Hollywood, all new episodes of investigative series, cooking competitions, dating shows, and more are on Fox TV this week.
Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with a preview.
Let's go! A Farmer Wants a Wife mixer and Next Level Chef teams are part of what's hot on Fox.
All units responding.
First Monday is America's Most Wanted with hosts John and Callahan Walsh, bringing more cases to an audience of armchair detectives to help law enforcement investigate and capture some of the country's most dangerous fugitives.
I wasn't scared.
After that is a TMZ Investigates special, as TMZ examines the case of OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny.
Well, let me see what you're working with.
Tuesday, cue another round of Celebrity Name That Tune.
Come on up.
That's followed by the Trivia Test of the Floor, hosted by Rob Lowe, where the most players yet are sent home.
I'm your host, Ken Jeong.
Wednesday, Joel McHale guest hosts I Can See Your Voice for a doppelganger episode, featuring Carney Wilson and Maggie Lawson as celebrity detectives.
You look beautiful, baby.
Then talented singers and their famous relatives take the stage for more We Are Family, hosted by Anthony Anderson.
Yeah.
Thursday, the chefs are drafted into their Next Level Chef teams, joining Gordon Ramsay, Nyesha Arrington, and Richard Blais as they take on an All-American Smashburger challenge.
How was the first week on the farm?
Following that is the first mixer on Farmer Wants a Wife Season 2, with the group tailgating at Clemson University. Fox Sports presents the action-packed WWE Friday Night SmackDown leading into the weekend.
Welcome to Grimsburg.
Sunday, Animation Domination is all new, including the time period premiere episode of Grimsburg, starring and executive produced by John Hamm. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, the Super Bowl brought us a star-studded crowd and a nail-biter game, but above all else, it brought us new music from Beyonce. The artist announced new music on her social media and website after teasing some of her songs in her Super Bowl Verizon ad on Sunday. Now, the new country-themed era, referred to as Act 2, follows her 2022 Renaissance album, and to celebrate, Beyonce dropped 2 song titles, Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, on all streaming platforms. Act 2 will be released on March 29th. And this year's 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees have officially been announced. Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, Cher, Lenny Kravitz, and the late Sinead O'Connor are among a few of the icons on that list. The Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, is also on the list as a solo artist after already being inducted with his band Black Sabbath.
More than 1,000 artists, historians, and music industry professionals will vote on the nominees. In addition, fans can also vote online. We'll just have to wait and see who the nominees are.
Good group there. I like them.
Yeah, pretty good
Like
list.
those artists, very much so. 54-year high on Tuesday. Now, overnight tonight, you got rain heavy at times, few rumbles of thunder. Early tomorrow morning, mountains could get up to an inch of snow showers, and then everyone's sunny in the afternoon, but very, very breezy. Valentine's Day, sunshine, 52 degrees, and then we cloud the sky on Thursday. A couple of showers late in the evening. Most of it's going to be dry, not really a significant rainmaker heading our way anytime soon beyond today. 54 and sunny on Friday, only a sprinkle or two Saturday morning. Then we're dry for the afternoon. In fact, most of the weekend upcoming. I don't care if it's Monday. We're looking ahead to the next weekend already. Going to be dry, lower 50s, and then 56 and sunny next Monday.
All right, keep our eye on that. Just
All
have
four
to
of
prefer
them.
the sunshine.
Got it.
All right. Thank you, Travis. And thank you all so much for watching your Fox Virginia News at 10. We'll see you back here tomorrow.